Hey guys, what's up? My name is Shadonnika, and you are listening to the Shut the Fuck Up and Move in Silence podcast. Guys, today's episode, I don't have a title, okay? In today's episode, I don't have any notes either, so I'm really just going to just be giving you guys an update on my week. And y'all, I'm just gonna tell y'all this shit has gotten real on my end. And man, I just can't believe y'all, these people really tried to little fiddle me. Okay, they tried to little girl me. Okay. So just to hop right in, my shop got broken into, I think it was Friday night. And it's just crazy how random it was after this client that I serviced that day. Now, I don't want to blame this person or whatever, but my discernment is really telling me it's this specific person. The guy, he popped up, so he claimed that he was going to a stylist that used to work with me or whatever. And when he popped up randomly, he wanted me to fix his hair or whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. So the day he came, it's like this is what his intentions was from what I picked up on. Okay. He thought I was super nice, kind, meek, naive, gullible. Okay. So he was going to come in there and spit all this good old game, this good old knowledge. Okay. And try to twist my thoughts up, like, come on. And I played my role very well. I'm so proud of myself. Like, I'm so proud of how I handled that entire situation because I saw it already happening. Because for one, how he randomly popped up. Okay, that man randomly popped up. He say, spirit led him to me. Like, let me find out you talk to somebody who know of me, who know that I'm spiritually in tune, and y'all use that to think y'all gonna butter me up to go for whatever it is that y'all had planned, right? So yeah, he claimed that spirit led him, and I was like, oh, look at you, I like you, you seem like a stand-up guy, like, just basically reciprocating the energy, right? And we had a lot of conversations, but I know I noticed that day he came in for the consultation, he was bringing up like the people that used to work with me or whatever, which I haven't really thought about. So when he brought it up, it kind of brought attention like to me, like, well, I don't think certain people that he brought up would have anything to do with the little scandal that was going on with the people sending people to my shop as if they booked an appointment and things like that or whatever. So but he was basically he was saying like, oh, use your discernment, do you think it was like, and I'm like, no, I don't think she would do that. Like, I didn't even think of her, like, we didn't even end on bad terms, like, so he was saying a lot of things. So then Friday, the day of his appointment, well, okay, I think it was Wednesday when he came for the consultation. And during the consultation, we was there for like 30 minutes prior because I was telling him about like the target attacks that I was experiencing and stuff like that. And he was just telling me about how it's nothing new under the sun, how everybody that's like doing really good, they always get targeted. And he was telling me about another stylist that used to, I don't know if she still live in my local town, but he was saying how she went through the same thing. She was really good. She went through the same thing. People was targeting her, trying to do all type of stuff to get her, whatever, to, sitting boards to her and all that stuff. And then he was telling me something about how, they'll come in to see if how you doing things. They'll come in to see if you doing things legally and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, here you go. I have my barber license. I have my hair braider certificate, just in case I need to re up on my barber license. I have this certificate stating that I'm in compliance to do locks, and I have a lock salon, so like I'm in compliance to do this, and then I have like my licenses, like I have my LLC, I have all of my stuff on the wall, so like I'm in compliance, like so then he was saying stuff like yeah, you can't take over no city and not expect to be targeted. So there was that. And then like he wanted, so we were kind of debating on like what he wanted to get for his service, because he wanted to get like a lock. He basically needed a little reconstruction, a little repair on his locks or whatever, because the previous stylist was just twisting his hair. She really wasn't like looking at it and telling him what he needed done and things like that. So I just examined his hair, told him what I can do or whatever, and we went from there. So he was like, oh, he needed color and all that. So when I told him the price on what it was going to be, he was like, oh man, I don't know, like I ain't never spent that much money on my hair or whatever. And I looked outside, I'm like, dude, you in a Maserati. Like, aren't you like a doctor or something like that? Are you good for it? And he was like, man, I what did he say? I think he was like, man, I buy shoes. I'm guessing him spending money on shoes and stuff is like a vice for him. And, but he never did that on his hair or something like that. And I'm like, what? Your image is important. Like, just telling him how important his image is, especially as a boss. Like, you a boss, like you supposed to be looking a certain way. Like your hair got to stay up, like, So, yeah, we moved forward. So he was like, he wasn't going to get the color. He told me he was going to do the color himself. So he had something called Begin. Okay, he had this stuff called Begin, which is like a rinse. I don't use that. I use demi-permanent and permanent colors when I'm doing like a gray be gone, or if I'm trying to take gray away from your hair or something like that, or if you're trying to go back down to black, I use permanent and demi-permanent colors. So I was like, no, I don't use Begin. Like I use permanent colors or whatever. It's going to be 125 if you're trying to like cover up some grays or whatever. And it was going to be 125 plus lock maintenance with the style plus the repair, the 14 locks that I was going to add because I was using my material. And he was like, yeah, I never paid that much, yada yada yada. So he ended up saying he was going to do his own color. I was like, okay, cool. So I told him his price. I think it was like 3 something without the 125 for the color or whatever, because we were just going to do, I think, lock maintenance without a style, and then we were going to do lock maintenance without a style, and we was going to do the 14 locks that was going to be added. So the day of his appointment, which was Friday, we ended up he hit me last minute talking about, oh, I didn't do my color, I'm sorry. I'm like, nigga, you could have told me that, because I don't like to do last minute things when it comes to my services. Like I have to prepare because I have to order this stuff. Like, and I have a lot of people that request that service. So if I did have some in stock, they gone. Like, I didn't use it all because I have a lot of older people that come in that want to, like remove the gray or whatever. So he was asking me like, why you didn't have any in stock? And I'm like, nigga, because a lot of people get this. I have like high-end clients. They request this or whatever. So then we sat there and I was like, okay, I had to order it. I had to Instacart the color or whatever. So we waited. And he started making certain statements or whatever. Like he really, honestly, he really was dropping so many clues. And I played the role of being a damsel in distress because like that's how I get information that I need to use. So he basically told me, he name dropped a lot of people. He basically told me a lot about his life, showed me some of his friends or whatever. He pretty much opened up a lot, and I was like kind of shocked that, he was doing that, which I really didn't think nothing of it because I'm like, oh, well, yeah, he's a cool guy. Because honestly, I didn't come up with this conclusion until after everything happened, because it was like literally after it happened. After I released him, as a, he came pay his money. I went home and I get a call, the next morning that this happened. Like, so it all happened, you know. So he kept saying something like, what you do, or he was like trying to say something about me being paranoid or something like that. I'm like, paranoia? Like, I don't have any reason to be paranoid. It's like he was trying to project certain things onto me that wasn't me. So I'm trying to figure out what the hell he talking about. I'm like, what the fuck is this man talking about? Paranoid? What would I be paranoid for? Like, like I didn't do anything. Like I don't do shit. Like I really be in the house. Like I don't have any reason to be paranoid about shit. So, yeah, he just kept doing crazy weird shit like that. And then, what else I noticed? Yeah, he kept name dropping certain people, telling me what type of friends he had. He had DA friends and like friends in high places, basically. And then he, yeah, just telling me his background and stuff like that. And I'm just trying to think like what else this man like was doing that kind of stuck out. He was a really stand up, like he was a stand up kind of guy. Like he really was like a decent man or whatever. Like on paper, he was like decent. He just bought some land. Like he seemed like he know what generational wealth is, so he making the right investments. That's what it seemed to be. But man, what else? I'm just trying to tell you guys everything, so you guys could be on top of the story with me. But what else he was telling me? I'm just trying to think, y'all. He was just telling me certain things, and I peeped the energy change when he asked me about he asked me, did I smoke weed? And he asked me, did I drink or something like that? Now, I used to smoke and I used to drink. And when I used to drink, it wasn't like I was a drunk or nothing like that. It was more of me drinking occasionally. Like if I was to drink something, it would be occasionally. I've always been an occasional drinker, but I used to smoke weed heavy, but not like addicted to it. So it was more of me just, it was more of like a bonding tool. Than me just doing it because I was addicted to it or whatever. So I was only smoking weed because I was bonding with my friends. Like it wasn't something that, and then I had a bad experience. And then after that second bad experience, then that's when I just said, okay, I need to give it up, because I was having too many synchronicities leading up to me quitting. Like, but that's a story for another episode. But yeah, and it's like, he didn't believe me when I told him that I didn't smoke. Like, he didn't believe me when I told him that I wasn't into that type of stuff. Like, So I'm guessing somebody must have told him like who I was, who they thought I was. Okay, whoever this person was that tried to put him on game about me, they must have told him some shit that was not me. Whoever this was, they must have told this man I was wild. They probably told him that I party and all that stuff. I don't do none of that, baby. I be in the house. I am grown. I used to do that shit when I was young. Like, I used to party. I used to turn up. I used to do all that shit. I am grown. I have responsibilities. I be paying my bills. My money goes towards my bills. I barely have money to really do things that I don't do none of the shit that these people be doing. I really be doing responsible shit. And it's crazy how it seems to me that these people are trying to put push a narrative on me that's not me. So after that, what I think I finished his hair. I put him underneath the dryer. And he was on the phone with somebody, but I really couldn't hear what he was saying. But it sounded like he was saying somebody lying. That's what it sounded like he was saying. He said something about somebody lying. It sounded like he was saying somebody lying. So somebody must have told him something that wasn't true. And they sent him on a blank mission. Okay? They sent that man on a blank mission. So then, after his hair dried, it was time to pay. and he was kind of unsure about he acted as if he was unsure, but he knew because I told him the price. I think I told him I'm one of the people I have to make sure, so I'll be like, okay, so the total is this, and you know they'll be like, oh, such and such, and you know I'll be like, oh well, you know I can take like, you know, I'm gonna work with you around the price. I'm never gonna like try to up the price on you or like try to like do some sketchy shit like that. I don't play with people money like that. So when he was trying to make it as if I added some extra or something like that, and I was like, no, the color was 125 like we talked about it. But you remember you last minute said that you wanted it after you said you was going to do it yourself, remember? Like, this is how I'm talking to him, and he was like, not like, yeah, you know. So I'm just trying to restate to him everything that he said so he can be clear or whatever. So then after that, you know, he ended up going to get the rest of the money from the ATM, and then he ended up leaving or whatever. And I think I left the shop like at 11 at night or whatever, Friday night. So we was in there for a minute. We started at like 5. Well, he came in like 5. I had to get the color, so the color came like around 5:36. So we was in there for a minute or whatever. And then yeah, I went home, didn't think nothing of it. I think by the time I looked at my phone, I think it was like I woke up like at like 9 something, I believe, like 9. And then I saw that I had a text message from somebody saying that they cleaned up the area, and they sent me a photo of like the door or whatever and how it looked. And my 10 o'clock client, well, my 11 o'clock client, he was there. Was it 10? I think no. I think he had an appointment at 10. And he texted me, and he was like, this happened, and he was telling me like the police was there and all that stuff. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, are you fucking serious? So when I got there, it was a black police officer, and he was saying how they got the guy, and he was saying something about the guy came from the bar, because in my where my shop is located, it's like there's a Big Lots, my shop, and then it's like a barbershop behind me, it's a loan company right behind me, and then it's a dental company right on the side of me, and then a little further you have like a Chinese restaurant, and then across the way you have this bar where everybody go drink, I guess. So he was like, the guy was coming from what's on tap, and he ran into the building. But then he also said the guy was autistic. So I'm like, okay, so you telling me this dude autistic, he came from the bar and he ran into my building, so my shop was the first place he ran into? That don't make sense. Because if he was drunk, he wouldn't have even, you know, it wouldn't have even, he probably would have ran into Ocean Dental first. Like, because that's like the first, like, you know, or he probably would have ran into the brick wall, but my actual location, nah, that don't sound right. So I listened to him or whatever. I heard what he had to say. I didn't want to be disrespectful. So then he was like telling me what they stole or whatever. So I was like, okay, telling him what they stole. Y'all, these people stole some crazy shit. Like, they stole my printer. They stole like it's like a retractable sign that I use for like my lock extension courses or whatever. They stole my painter's gun. It's like a painter gun that you fill up with paint and you spray paint on the wall. They stole my like my Samsung tablet that I use to play music on at the shop. My little favorite speaker that I use, I got from Chicago Airport. That was my favorite little speaker, man. I had that thing for years. They stole my barber receipt, or like my renewal receipt. What the fuck y'all gonna do with that? Like, or maybe they didn't steal. I'm gonna have to go when I go to the shop Tuesday. I'm gonna have to see like exactly like what exactly did they steal? Like, did they? Well, I know what they stole, but did they really steal that, or did I put it up? I don't know. But if they stole that, then hey, now y'all plotting something, you know? So then I when So when I went back outside, well, I had my iPad, so I logged into my shop camera to see, but if if it'll be some footage. So this is what really ticked me off, because the outside camera worked. It's been working. It worked perfectly fine. So whoever this person was, they was very calculated on how they move. And whoever it was, they had to have somebody in like cybersecurity or something like that. Somebody who can tap into like the cameras or something like that to erase shit. Whoever, they got somebody that do that, or they probably did it when they stole like my tablet or whatever, because it shows when people walk in, it shows when people walk back and forth. I get notifications on that. Unless, because unless they don't come exactly in front of the camera, but it still will give like a notification. So I don't know. It's something up about that camera though, because ain't no way the camera was still charged. It was still on. And the videos from outside, I didn't have no videos that day. No videos. So somebody must have turned that bitch off. Somebody must have turned that motherfucker off, because ain't no way. Or they erase. It's something with that camera. Something out with that outside camera. But the inside camera got everything. Okay. So I logged into the inside camera and it showed the car running into the window. Now, how the fuck did they I'm trying to figure out, how did they bend it like that, because from the video it don't even look like the car ran into the window that hard. So I'm gonna post a video at the end of this episode so you guys can see the video or whatever. So it showed the video of the car running into the shop. Then it showed two guys walking in or whatever, and they were just going through shit, fumbling and taking shit. And I'm like, this nigga done stole my sign. What you gonna do with that? What the fuck you gonna do with the sign, nigga? What you gonna teach some locks, some lock extension some courses with my face on it? Like, what the fuck? And then I seen the guy with my painter's gun or whatever. And yeah, but I hate that the camera didn't get them leaving out. Like, it got them doing everything else, going to the back door. It got them doing everything else. It just didn't get them leaving out or whatever. And then it also had the next morning, the morning of, like, I think it started at like 9 or something like that. When I looked at the camera, it had the police officer. So I guess it was two police officers on the scene. It was a white guy there first. He came in and he looked around and he was looking through the shop or whatever. But I didn't see the black police officer that, did the report or whatever. And I didn't see nobody get pulled over either. Like, I didn't see any like police outside or whatever when all that shit happened. But they said that, they called him and they took him to jail or whatever. That's what they said, y'all. Or whatever. But I just don't believe that shit, because why the fuck? I just it don't make sense. It don't make sense to me. And it's more of a situation where I'm going to have to lawyer up, because what's the plan? Like, I feel like this shit been going on for the past 2.5 years now. And, again, it happened in like phases. Like, I feel like it started with the witchcraft shit. I felt like they were trying to psychologically poison me, so they can get my mind off track, so I would conform or whatever. This is what it seemed like, because something just don't make sense to me. I've been getting attacked for these past 2.5 years, and the more I talked about it with certain people act as if they didn't understand, or they never been in a situation like that, or they tried to make me feel crazy when I was talking to them about some real shit. Like, so those people who were doing that, I have a strong feeling that they had something to do with it too. They were like the flying monkeys. They were the people who were coming in to to see if I'm there. Like them motherfuckers. Yeah. yeah, I've just talking to so many people about it, and so many people tried to make me feel like I was tripping in this bitch. Like, and I know I wasn't. I mean, why would I be? So these are the same people who will try to use the fact that you didn't go to a Ivy League college, or these would be the same people who will try to belittle you and try to make you feel small because you don't have no large crew behind you. You don't have no team behind you. Or when they see you working by yourself and they see you alone, these are the people that try to bully you into conforming, or bully you into doing whatever they want you to do. But I'm not one of them, baby. I'm not pussy like that. Like, I don't care what angle you going, I'm going to sick them people on you. Them feds are going to be at your door. I'm not playing. I'm so tired of these people trying to intentionally victimize me. Now, I was cool on, the shit that happened last year. I prayed about it and I let that shit go. But y'all still trying to y'all still trying to, hey, it ain't gonna happen no more. It's over with. Game over. Game over. I didn't let y'all play all these little weird ass antagonizing games. Shit about to get real dangerous for y'all. Shit is about to get real ugly. Real ugly. Them feds are about to be knocking at y'all fucking door, so get ready. Get ready, baby. I'm so tired. I done been, I stayed in myself. I mind my business. But I just feel like y'all trying to plot and put something. I just feel like something in the make. Something is bigger than me, though. Something that, these people must have did something and they trying to find somebody to put that shit on. So they've been building a case on me. And it gotta be around money. It's something around money. That's what I'm picking up on. It's something around money. Okay. They trying to make it seem like I'm irresponsible with my money. That's what it seemed like, but I'm not. Okay. These motherfuckers act like my bills is $3. Again, my apartment rent is $1,000. I have apartment rent, nigga. I have electricity. I have renter's insurance. Let's not forget about my car. I have a car note. My car note is $615 a month on top of car insurance. My car insurance just went down. My car insurance is $325 a month. Okay, we got that. Now let's talk about my salon. My salon rent is $1,200 a month. Electricity, it goes up and down. It goes up and down. Some lately I've been doing good though. My electricity light bill been about 140, 150. I've been doing really good, and I think it's because of the weather outside and how I've been operating with the thermostat. I haven't been really going up and down on the thermostat. I've been keeping it at 76 or whatever. So I've been doing really good with that. On top of my many expenses, like my websites, and got to keep that up. Got to keep the salon software going. What else? And since my car is getting situated or whatever, I'm trying to get my things back on my car. So I had to get my license renewed. I had to pay for getting my tags back on my car, and I had to pay to get my car out of the tow shop or whatever. So it's like my money been going to things on top of just trying to make sure I have everything in alignment. These people think that I'm just out here just willingly blowing my money like I'm out here having fun. Nigga, let me tell you something. And I say this a lot. You would know. There would be signs if I really didn't have, okay. What it really was when I went through all of that shit last year, somebody did a smear campaign on me that hindered my finances a little bit, that made people kind of not wanting to come to me or whatever. So I don't know who it was, but I know somebody did a smear campaign on me, right? And it had people coming to me and acting weird with me, like I did something wrong or something was wrong with me. People weren't even trying to get to really know me for real. They was just listening to the fucking narrative that whoever this person is, who won't reveal themselves. That's another thing. How you gonna have somebody as your enemy and you don't even want to reveal yourself? That's not a fair fight. That's bullying. No, you need to reveal yourself so it can be a balance, right? It needs to be a balance. Your opposition need to know who you is so they can reciprocate, right? you need honest reciprocation. It's not fair when you hiding behind the keyboards. It's not fair when you're hiding. It's not. That's not a fair fight. People do shit behind my back, and then they laugh and he and ha ha in my face, right? And they doing all this shit, saying all this shit behind my back in rooms that I never been in. So I can't really, clear nothing up because I don't even know what's being said. So you already know these idiots gonna go. I'm sorry, I don't want to call them idiots. You already know these people are gonna go with that narrative because they know of that person. They don't know me, So that's that. So they kind of put like a little, I was in a tight situation, I was in a very tight situation. So I really wasn't aware of like the scheme or nothing like that at first. Like I wasn't aware. I became more aware 2024 when, I started experiencing certain type of people, and I started to notice how people was coming in or whatever and how they was acting or whatever. And then how people was trying to make it seem like I was crazy and shit like that. And I'm like, okay. I see what's going on. I see. Oh, these motherfuckers trying to Wendy Williams me. Aha. Got it. They trying to Wendy Williams me. But you know what's crazy though? These people really think I'm rich as fuck. Like I'm not yet. I'm not yet. I'm on the way though. But it's just crazy how these people are. I feel like they trying to stop me from doing what I love to do. Because the guy the other day, he asked me, he was like, Shadonnika, what are you passionate about? And I was like, wow, nobody ever asked me that question, And I told him, like, what I'm doing. Like, I'm passionate in this. I'm passionate in digital graphics. I love creating things. I love using my hands to create something. I love DIY projects. Anything when it comes to creation, using my hands, building something. I love that. I love building systems. I can build a system from top to bottom. I can build a business from top to bottom, baby. I think I told him, DIYs. Like I was just telling him what I was passionate about or whatever. And it seemed like he was just shocked. Like, what? This is not who they told me this person was. And he also made a statement. He was like, he said something about a person being how did he say it? He was basically saying like, he was being very passive. Okay. So he was saying what he really wanted to say, but he was speaking in code. Okay. But he thought I went on point. Like he thought I didn't notice exactly what he was doing, but maybe I studied this shit. Like I know what's going on. Okay. I'm highly aware. Highly. But yeah, like, and then he ended up sending my address. He was like, he had a new client for me. This is why I really think he has something to do with it, because of the clues that he was throwing in there. Like it was like, what is that called? Scavenger hunt. He had a lot of clues in his, in everything that he was saying. He was being very passive and trying to manipulate me. How you gonna manipulate the master? Like you can't manipulate a mastermind, nigga. Then he what I'm trying to think, y'all, like trying to think, hold on, what else he did. He just did a lot. And then when it was time for him to pay, I said something. I was like, are you trying to take my kindness as a form of weakness? That's what you're doing? Yeah, you trying to play in my face, like that. And he was like, no. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, yeah, and then it was just fuck you was trying to test my my gangster. A lot of people do that though. People really going back to what I always say, these people trying to corrupt me. They trying to corrupt me. They trying to make it seem like I'm this bad person that I'm not. Like, man, I cannot help it that, like, I be making good decisions. I'm sorry. Like, I can't believe this is a thing in my life, y'all. I really try to stay away from conflict. I don't even put myself in conflict. Like, I real life stay to myself. Like, I mind my business, and I hate. Now, I can say this though. I do run into a lot of narcissistic people due to the type of person that I am. And y'all already know how narcissistic people are. They do not take accountability of their actions. They are always looking for somebody to blame. And especially if they have a good following and they have a lot of people manipulated. Oh! If they see me, they see, she on being a mix, we can blame her. Put it on her. Let's try to put it on her. Y'all, like, the shit is wild. The shit is wild. I'm still tripping off the police officer saying that dude was autistic and he was drunk and he ran into the building, because how the fuck he ran into the building? Like, I just don't get it. Like, I don't understand it. It just didn't make sense to me. So, yeah. Yeah, y'all, that shit is crazy wild. That shit is crazy wild. So, the day when I came in, people were still coming in there asking me to do their hair and shit. Like, I'm like, nigga, do you see what the fuck is going on? Do you see this glass on the floor? Like, do you see this? Like, but that's how I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Like, because I done been through some crazy shit, man. Some crazy shit. Like, literally. Going back to what I was saying about how all this shit happened in phases. Again, it happened from the psychological tricks that they were trying to do on me. It happened from that to the smear campaign, trying to ruin my reputation or whatever in the community. It happened from that. Then this, because, and then they tried to send men in to lure me in because they thought I was boy crazy. I'm not boy crazy. Like, first of all, you cannot send a dummy in for me. You cannot send a nigga who's not respectful. If you really want to get me, send a smart man. Send a man with integrity. Like, send a man with integrity, because he's gonna be on my side anyway. Because he's real. A man with integrity, yes, he's real. He get it. He understand. He know what's up. Man, it's just like, then, this situation, I'm like, this is desperate measures right here. This is that none of the shit worked. So we gotta get some, we gotta bust up in that motherfucker, find out what she got up in there, take whatever so we can use it to go with what we got going on. We need that shit to stick. Some gotta fly. That's probably what the ringleader saying. We gotta get something to stick. Fuck this little bitch. Y'all, it's funny because I can't believe this shit is really happening in my life. Like, I can't believe my life is a fucking movie. I be telling people that this shit is a movie, man. And one thing I hate, y'all, I'm so tired of talking about the things that like the negative things. I'm so tired, y'all. I'm tired. So I just got to the point where I'm fighting back now. Y'all wanna go to, y'all got friends in high places? Okay, me too. Well, I ain't got the type of friends they got, but I can network my way up, baby. For sure. But see, these the type of people who will try to like run and tell people or create a narrative about me. So these people want like accept me in and stuff like that. I already know how these people work, man. That shit crazy. It's sad that it's like that. But that's still not going to stop me from getting a good lawyer though. Like, I just feel like if they try to plant something on me that's not, that I don't know about, it's up. Them feds gonna be knocking at that door. I'm telling you, them feds gonna be at your door, baby. So don't whatever you had planned, ringleader, because I know y'all watching my podcast. I know you're watching me. Okay, because if you wasn't watching me, none of this shit wouldn't have happened. These people watching me, y'all. Ringleader, I advise you to chill out. I advise you to stop it while you at it. You better stop it while you at it, baby. Don't try nothing else. Don't try nothing else, because the game is over. And if you wanted to, look, if you want to stay where you at in your life, all right, you want to keep your family happy, you want things to keep going how it's going, okay, stop. Please Stop trying to ruin my life. Please. I don't bother nobody. I'm trying to help people. I love what I do. I'm passionate. I'm not a drug dealer. They trying to say I'm a drug lord, y'all. They trying to say I'm selling drugs. They trying to say I'm doing drugs. They trying to say I'm a sex worker. I'm a hoe. Oh, they out here dragging the fuck out of me, y'all. But my actions show different. My actions is proving that I'm none of that shit. Damn. A sex worker though? Like, now I thought about being a dominatrix, but a sex worker? Now that's far. A drug lord though? Come on. Like, these people really trying to build a case on me. Like, no, because I have a clean record. I have a clean record. You know why I have a clean record? Because I lead with good intentions, y'all. Is it because I'm black? Is it because I'm dark skinned? Is that what it is? Man, that shit is wild. These people really trying to build a case on me. What's next? Y'all gonna try to assassinate me? Do I need to alarm people? Is that what's happening? Oh my God, I need to get ready. I already been preparing for it though. I've been preparing for everything. So, just stop while you are ahead. Because shit about to get real serious in your life, ringleader. Man, real serious. Damn, y'all. The shit is crazy. Me though, like, I really be in my own world. Like, I focus on like I do shit like this. I read. Like, I'm a fucking bookworm. Like, I like fashion and like, I'm corny as hell. Like, me? And these people went deep, y'all. They compare me to my family. Okay. I'm different from my family. I love my family. I'm not saying that I'm better than them. No, but I'm different from my family. Like, my family, they do their thing. I do my thing. I really don't talk to my family. So I'm the black sheep of my family. I'm the golden egg of my family, basically. So, yeah, I don't even talk like them. I don't think like them. I don't do what they do. I'm actually the good seed. I'm the star seed of my family. So, yeah, like, I can't believe y'all really tried to compare me to my family. Like, oh, she's just like them. Yeah, she's just like her family. Like, no, the fuck I'm not. I'm nothing like them. Oh, her dad was a drug dealer, so she got to be a drug dealer. What the fuck? Slow ass people. I ain't gonna call them slow. But something ain't clicking. What you call it? Cognitive dissonance? Ah! How that boy TCB? Cause what is going on? Y'all, I'm taking it as a joke because this shit is funny. This is the shit I be going through, and people swear up and down I'm lying. I'm like, y'all just don't get it. Y'all don't understand. So people could be crying for help, and people would not believe them because somebody done said some shit about them. Like, I hate that, well, no, I don't. I love that I'm low key or whatever. I love that I'm not out here trying to perform and be liked and accepted by everybody. I don't give a fuck about that because half of them people fake as hell. And a lot of them people gonna cross each other. All they do is they fake to climb and be in the same room just to cross each other. That's it. That's why I don't like being around people. These people will cross you literally for the next best thing. Straight up. They will fucking cross you and then feel stupid when you start to grow. Like, a lot of people, when I just think about it, a lot of people that I used to hang out with used to try to shit on me for people that they felt like was better than me, and then I end up doing better. How that go, Sway? It's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. I really can't believe this shit is going on, though. Woo! So, I had a client that, excuse me, that pulled up or whatever. She like a client. She been my client for a minute or whatever. But, I just don't trust nobody, y'all. My trust issues is like through the roof right now. I don't trust a soul. unfortunately. I used to trust people very easily, until people started crossing me, until people started doing some crazy shit, until people started playing on my meekness and my intelligence like I'm weak and I'm not. See, people fail to realize that my kindness and my meekness is my strength. Me caring about people, me being vulnerable, that is a strength. Okay, that's not a weakness at all. What's a weakness is being angry all the time, being miserable, being stagnant, not pushing yourself to move forward, not growing, staying in the same place for over like a repetitive time frame. That's a weakness. That means you're not growing. I love to grow. I'm addicted to growth. I'm addicted to this shit. I'm always going to try to better myself. I'm always going to try to do better. I'm always going to do something to have something going for myself. I'm never going to be a loser like most of these people. A lot of these people don't have no ambition, and they try to point the fact that they don't have no ambition on me. No, I do what I say I'm going to do. You say, you say, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to do it. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to stick with it. Like, I'm consistent. The fuck? But I think a lot of it is the fact that I don't live my life how everybody else live their life. The way I live my life is I'm responsible, but like I don't live by society norms. Like I live my life freely because I have free will. I get up. If I want to decide to sleep in, I sleep in. I get up, I go to my shop, I service my clients. Sometimes I'm late, sometimes I'm not. I communicate with people, like, I mean, I pay my bills. Like, I'm very responsible. I just I'm not materialistic like people. So I'm not flashy and flamboyant like other people, like, because I feel like people who are like that are really broke for real. Like, you really broke if you got to prove that you got it. Like, people who really get it for real don't do all that. Like, you will never know. Okay. But I just feel like all this shit that these people got going on, I feel like they really trying to plant something on me. Like, I really feel like that. It really sound, because why did you get my sign? Like, I just want to know what the fuck they gonna do with that sign, y'all. Like, I just want to know. Like, what y'all gonna do with that sign? Like, what the fuck are y'all gonna do with that? Like, it got my face on it. Like, it's nothing that you can do with it. Like, that was stupid. That was a stupid move. That was very desperate. Very desperate. Woo! So I was like, you know what? But then I was like, that ain't even how I roll, man. That's not how I roll. I'm gonna do it the right way. See, these people want to corrupt me. They want me to be a bad guy so bad, so the narrative that they planted of me, or the narrative that they saying that I am, could fit me, but it's not. It's never going to. I know how to move in this world. I know how to keep my hands clean. So I'm gonna do it the right way. I'm gonna do it the right way. Yeah, because whoever they are, they feel like they can't be touched. They feel like they ass can't be whooped. They really do. Some of these people really need a hot ass whooping. Okay. Especially motherfuckers that be bullying, who think they're bullies. Like, you think you're a bully. Oh my God. Who's a bully? Like, that's lame as fuck. That's lame. You look pathetic. You look stupid. You look dumb. Did somebody tell you were stupid today? Like, man, that shit is wild, y'all. These people really broke into my shop. Like, I'm tripping off that. So the client that came, she was like, oh, I'm mad about it. I couldn't even be mad about it. I'm not gonna lie. My emotional intelligence is like, I can't believe it. Like, y'all, the whole time I was so calm. I couldn't even react in a negative way. I couldn't be like, shit, fuck, oh my God. I couldn't do none of that. I was like, y'all, that's how I know my growth. That's how I know it's real. Like, my growth is real. Like, I really been putting in that work behind the scenes. Like, I really been working on myself. Like, I really been healing for real. People really be thinking I'm capping. I really have been. Like, man, to just see myself just experience that and then react negatively, oh, that's beautiful. I didn't cry. Oh, that's beautiful. I didn't do none of that. I was like, wow, I can't believe this shit really happened. Just how I feel right now, like, wow, this shit really happened. So now I gotta call a lawyer. But I'm not gonna do one locally because these motherfuckers tied together. You know, I'm gonna surprise them. I'm going to surprise them. Okay, I'm gonna surprise their ass. That shit crazy work, y'all. Yeah, I didn't really this episode I really couldn't title it nothing. Title it anything because it's like, man, I didn't have too much. Surprises is always a surprise for y'all. It's always gonna be a surprise for y'all. Y'all, I really hate. I'm trying to stop talking about stuff like this, but for some reason, every time something good happened in my life, somebody wanna be a pussy and try to bring some negative shit into my life. Ringleader, who are you? Reveal yourself. Reveal yourself. Because once you reveal yourself, I'm going to tell everybody who you are. I'm going to tell everybody now. I'm really going to I'm not playing no more. Like, I'm tired because, for one, I've been told these people to leave me alone a long time ago, and yet they still playing with my intelligence. Like I'm just a little girl out here. Oh, she's not gonna. She's the perfect target. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what. Yeah. Okay, the perfect target. Okay. Yeah, 2024, you got me. Okay, 2024, y'all had me both. They had me fooled like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna hold you. They had me fooled. They had me like, man, I was like, boy, thought I was in love with a nigga. Oh, my goodness. So that was the nigga y'all sent in? Oh, he fooled the hell out of me. Had me feeling all, I think I love him. Oh, I think he's my kingdom spouse. I was so infatuated. Yeah, for real though. That was the nigga. Or maybe that was the nigga that y'all saw that I had a good bond with and y'all turned the nigga against me or something like that because y'all couldn't see me with nobody that made me happy because y'all knew if I had a partner, if I had a nigga on my team, if I had somebody in my corner, none of this shit was gonna fly. They already knew that. They knew that. And they also knew if I was to have a partner, they already knew I was gonna be up. I was gonna be up 20 times. They already knew it because all I need is a partner to balance me out. Woo! That's the hey. They know something. They know. I'm telling you, once she gets somebody on her in her corner, she can trust. Oh, she gonna be up. So we gotta hinder that. That's what I feel like those are the conversations that we had. Like, no, we gotta hinder that from happening. We can't. Nah, we gotta keep her single. We gotta tell everybody this about her. So she can't. So won't nobody find her attractive? But that ain't gonna stop it because I'm that girl. So they're gonna find me attractive anyway, even if I'm not attractive in your eyes. Oh, trust and believe somebody see the goddess in me. Somebody sees it. Somebody do. Like, there's somebody that sees the goddess in me. There's somebody out there who knows that, I'm a great partner. Okay. I'm gonna run it up with somebody. Somebody don't see it. So y'all, they trying to affect my love life and shit. They don't want me to be in a relationship. So that's why now I don't tell you. If I'm in a relationship with somebody, I don't speak on that shit no more. I never tell anybody who I'm fucking with because I know how these motherfuckers roll now, y'all. I know how they roll. Oh man, they come up with so many things. They really trying to fuck my life up. Damn. But my question is, why? Like, what the fuck did I do to these people to make these people feel like that? Because from my understanding, when I just go back and look at like my life these past couple years, so I've been in business going on, technically it's been 4 years, approaching 5. So I've been in business for 4 years. And year one, well, even before I opened up my shop, I was booked and busy. Okay, I was in barber school. I was booked and busy. I was traveling. Then 2021, I used my financial aid to get my suite. Okay, then after that, I was doing my thing in my suite. I was booked and busy. Okay, then 2022, I decided to hire somebody that I knew, but me and him didn't. We worked well, but we started to bump heads or whatever because he felt like he was bigger than the program. So I had to cut him off because he felt like he was bigger than the program. So then 2022, that's when I met this one guy in my hometown who did raps and shit. And me and him had differences because he felt like since he knew a lot of people, he can do whatever he wanted to do. And soon as I told him no, he wanted to have a bitch fit. So it could be him behind all that shit, to be honest. He could be like the ringleader. He could be the start of it all or whatever. But see, back then, I didn't put him on blast because why didn't I put that? And I should have put that nigga on blast back then. Why didn't I? I think I was just being too nice or some shit. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me back then. I should have aired that nigga out. I should have told everybody what he did. But see, by me not doing that, he got ahead of the program. He got ahead of the game. And he already twisted the narrative of me in other people's eyes so people can see me in a negative light. Okay. So that's probably why so many people was coming to me acting weird with me. Or they could have just been intimidated because I do have an intimidating presence. But I feel like he had he was in that somewhere. Because he was like the start of it all. He was the first difficult person that I had a problem with. That I had a big issue with and I had to cut him off. That was 2022. Because he was supposed to, I ended up doing some reattachments on his hair. And I was happy to do his hair, actually. I really was super passionate about doing his hair. And he was taking advantage of my kindness. He thought just because I was kind that I was worshiping him. But no, that's just who I am. And I'm kind and I love just... You can't even admire people no more, y'all. Without people thinking that you something wrong with you. Without people thinking that they can take advantage of that. So, okay, it took that nigga damn near, okay, I did his reattachments, I think August, so from August, September, October, November, December, January, it took that nigga 5 months to do my wall. That nigga did my wall in my old spot in 2023, January. But he did my wall because I told him that I was going I didn't want to do his hair no more. Because what he was doing was he kept coming to me to get services, but he wasn't reciprocating. So he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. He kept delaying what I needed him to do for me. And then I kept, doing what he wanted me to do for him, just basically playing on my kindness or whatever. And then he blew up on me or whatever after I told him I didn't want to do his hair no more. And then I told him I was gonna put them people in his life. And then after that he was like what he say, I think he was like I'm gonna send you you want your little $700 or whatever. Oh, my little $700. Oh, it's a little 700 now, huh? So he said he was gonna pay me the money, but he ended up texting me the next day after he blew up and said he was gonna do it. So he ended up doing it. So I kept him as a client and we was doing good. I remember him having a fight and somebody snatched his locks out, so I ended up putting them back in for him or whatever. And yeah. And then after that he did something that made me cut him off. I think he ended up coming in late or something like that, and I was working by myself that day. I was working with I was doing my clients on top of the stylist that was working with me. And I told him that, and he said, I told him I couldn't do him anymore because he was like 30 minutes late. And then I already told my person to go ahead and come or whatever. And then he got on social media talking about he needed a stylist and he was just being like extra or whatever, and basically faking. And then he tagged me in something or whatever, and we ended up DMing each other back and forth. And I was just telling him, like, I already peeped everything that he was doing, like, you know, over the time frame. And I said a whole bunch of stuff, though. I said a whole bunch of stuff, and I started responding to him. He apologized. I started responding to him because I knew that apology, that wasn't real. And I just stopped talking to him. So maybe he the ringleader. Like that he was the first difficult person. Then after that, 2023, that's when I hired the girls. This one girl, she was okay, but she was very she felt like she was bigger than the program. She used to walk around with her phone, honey. She used to talk on the phone while she had a client. She was very, like, she just didn't respect the program at all. Like, she felt like it was her shit. Like, you know, she intentionally was disrespecting me. Because I don't know if she wanted me to say, yo, don't do that. Like, you know, she wanted me to be stern. But here's the thing. Like, I'm one of them people, like, we grown. Like, I'm not about to be micromanaging no damn body. You too grown for me to be micromanaging you. But I felt like she was, again, testing my gangster. That's all it was. And I used to, it was her, and then it was a girl from New Orleans there. The beginning of, I think I hired them like February, I believe. I think it was like February when I brought them in. She didn't last long. The other girl who used to walk around on her phone, she didn't last long. She probably was there for like a month. And then I fired her because, why did I fire her? Why did I fire that girl? Well, I fired her because she was becoming a liability. And she was being disrespectful. It was always an excuse about something. And then she tried to make it seem like I was, she tried to make it seem like I was being shady when it came to like the money situation. But she didn't know how to calculate her commission. So when I hired them on, we had a whole orientation. Like, I set them down. I had my whiteboard, and I'm writing down each level, breaking down the commission rate, how much you will make per client. Like, I'm doing a full visual of this or whatever. So she was trying to make it seem like I was, I kept changing the rate. And what else she was doing? She just kept, it was always about money with her. So I'm one of them people, I don't want that on my case. Like, you're not about to put that on my case, because I do not play with nobody's money. I never had an issue with playing with somebody and their money. If anything, I will refund you. If anything, like, I will not take your money, or I would, when it comes to money, I'm very, like, on top of it. I'm not going to play with nobody's money, because I don't want that I don't want that case on me, basically. So, yeah, she had like a client who came in, and, I guess he wanted, I think reconstruction or something like that. And her and the other stylist did it. So it was a situation like, if her and the other stylist do the same client together, they have to break up the commission. Okay. If they do it, then by themselves, they get the full commission rate. She thought she was getting paid for the full service. She acted as if she didn't know that she had to split, like she was getting a portion. So I think she was like a, was she a brand stylist? I think she was still like a training stylist or a brand. No, I think she was like a brand stylist. So she was getting paid either 30%. I think she was getting paid 30% commission per client. So the service was like, how much was the fucking service? I think it was like $1,000 or something. It was pretty pricey. So she thought she was getting paid the full rate or whatever. I don't know why, when she knows she getting paid a percentage of it. So yeah, she was telling everybody on the phone, like, she was on a lot. And I ended up leaving and I left her and the other stylist there or whatever. So that's when when the client left, they charged it to the system. And when it was time to get paid, or I think like before it was time to get paid, they ended up calling me and I asked them who was responsible for what, because I had like a client tracker sheet where they keep track of the clients and the services so I can know how to properly pay them. So I'm pretty organized when it comes to how I'm dealing with my stylist or whatever. So she was like, yeah, she really didn't help me with the stylist, well, with the client or whatever, because the other stylist was like she helped her or something like that. So again, they knew that they had to split the commission. So it was just a lot going on. But what the fuck happened? I wish I had my phone, man. Something happened to where she hit me up. It was payday. That's what it was. It was payday. And I don't even think she had that many clients that week. I think her check was like 5 something or 4 or 5 something or something like that. It probably was a little more, I don't know. But she was like, how is this my money? How is this my amount or something like that? And I did the reattachments, and then that's what she was saying. Such and such didn't help me or whatever. And then it was just like a whole situation. So I ended up bringing them both on the phone. I think I brought them both on the phone or something like that. And then we all talked about it or whatever. And the girl was like, yes, I did help you. Like, it was just a lot. So they had to split it up because, hey, she helped you at the end of the day. So I don't know if that's when I let her go. Did I let her go that day? I think I let her go that day because I know I had took them out to Laughing Crab, and she ended up she stormed out because her and the other stylist got into it. So it was just like a lot with her, like that girl or whatever. It was a lot. She had a lot going on. She really was becoming a liability, like going to get her and stuff like that. Like it was just too much or whatever. So I don't think she had anything to do with any of that. And then the other girl that was there with her around that time, she lasted a little while, but she was a really great worker. She had a great work ethic. Everybody that I hired that worked with me had a really great work ethic. Like everybody was good. Like, it's just people just took my kindness as a form of weakness. They thought because I was very soft spoken and very lenient on certain things, they thought I was dumb. Basically, we just gonna call a spade a spade. And I wasn't. I'm just very calculated, and I see people as adults. Like, I'm not gonna micromanage you, but I will tell you when you need to do something. But as an adult, you should respect a person that's giving you an opportunity, because you never know. Like, y'all could have been, we could have been superstars. Like if we all would have just came together and worked. If y'all would have just went with the program, but y'all had to fuck it up, right? But the girl who was there after her, damn, this chair is getting uncomfortable. The girl who was there after her, she lasted a little while, and then I ended up hiring another girl, and I actually liked the other girl that came because she was very quiet, but I feel like she was only quiet at work. I feel like she talked a lot at home, like she wanted them or whatever. She talked to her friends and stuff like that. But when it came to work, she really didn't say much. But her and the other girl, it was her, the other girl, and then I ended up hiring the front desk girl. So yeah, we were doing really good as a team. Everybody was doing really good as a team until the stuff started breaking at the shop. And I was like, oh, hell no, it's too much bad energy up in here. Somebody got to go. And then that's when I fired the girl who was there with the first girl. I had fired her because stuff started breaking. She was the only person that I was leaving at the shop. She used to ask to stay at the shop at night so she can clean up and stuff, which I was cool with that because I was able to go home and, do my own thing. And then, excuse me. And then I had a situation where I had a lock extension client, And me and the front desk girl, we was sitting up front, we was waiting or whatever. Well, I was waiting and I was sitting up front with the front desk girl. And the client was supposed to come in like 4, so I think I ended up going to Dunkin' Donuts to get a refresher or something like that. And then I came back like at 3. I think I sat in my car and then I walked back in closer to the time. And then we charged the girl 25% of the service because she didn't show up. Fine, turns out the girl called that day. I think she probably called earlier that day or something like that to like confirm or something, she said. And she said that she talked to the girl who was there, not the stylist that was there or whatever. And the stylist told her that she ain't had nobody to replace me. And like, I'm like, what? Like, she calling the shots in this motherfucker. So me and the friend, this girl, like, what? Why she ain't tell us that? Like, why you ain't tell nobody that this lady called and we charged this lady of 25% of the service? That's not like what's to you, basically. So I had to refund her. I think it was like $300 some or whatever. And I never had to refund nobody that much money. You know, I never had to do no shit like that. So that was a red flag. And so when I kept having to issue money back out too many times, oh, you gotta go. Hell no, I never had to do no shit like that. I make sure I go above and beyond to make sure my people get what they need. Make sure they leave out of that shop satisfied. You know, or I get them a time frame on if it need to be fixed, but I never had nobody complain. Like, you know, especially when it comes to like money and then like that. So she had to go. And then it was just me and that one girl. And then I ended up letting the black front desk worker go, and I hired a Latino girl. And I liked the Latino girl. I actually did. She was really good at what I needed her to do. I feel like what really happened with that situation, I feel like the way I was showing up, I kind of, it's like a situation where the way I was showing up, my people lost the trust in me because I wasn't showing up on time. Like I have a timing situation. Like timing is my issue, but timing is only my issue when I work a lot and I don't take breaks. So I hired people to replace me until I'm able to rejuvenate myself. But I couldn't really rejuvenate. I couldn't really sit still because it's like, I still got to be here. I still got to like do this. I still got to do this with y'all. Y'all not really doing what I need y'all to do. I'm still working. Like, you know, so I used to show up late because I'm tired. I'm working. I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do content. I got to, like, you know, I have to do so much or whatever just to keep business going or whatever. So I feel like they kind of, it put like a salty taste in their mouth when it came to like my timing. But and I get it, like, you know, I understand as a leader you supposed to show up a certain way, but it's like I wasn't, what am I trying to say? The only issue that my people had with me was my timing. Like I paid them very well, you know, I mean, good vibes, like we have a good time. Like I'm a great person to work with. Like, you know, we gonna make that money and we gonna have a good time while we doing it. I'm really like, you know, so it was never anything like that. Like it was never anything negative when it came to me. I just feel like it was more of like lack of communication when it came to the people that was working with me, honestly. And I ended up having a conversation with them when I came back from Houston that time. And the conversation got real intense because the stylist that was there at that moment, I honestly felt like she was like trying to find a reason to quit, or she was trying to find a reason. She was just trying to find a reason, you know. And you know, we had a few situations where I told her, I was like, you know, Miss trying to find a reason, like, you know, just telling her like, okay, Miss trying to find a reason, like, you know. But I felt like she was tainted by the girl who I ended up firing, who I had to refund the money to the client, I think she got tainted by her or whatever. So I told her, I was like, girl, but leave the girl alone. She gonna fuck around and do whatever she tried to do to me to you. She gonna do it with your ass. But it's like after I said that, she got up and like and just walked out or whatever. I don't know. So she ended up, I had to write them up so I could have documentation on like what happened and stuff like that to cover me, just in case something was to happen, or just in case I go to court or something. I gotta have like documentation on what happened or whatever. And yeah, she ended up quitting on me, I think the day she got the paper, because she was just like, I guess she felt like it was injustice, but it wasn't. Like, I have to do this. Like, I guess she felt some type of way because I had to bring a third party into the room, but I had to have a third party in the room to witness the conversation. She felt like it's like maybe she probably thought I was ganging up on her, but I wasn't. I just had to have that conversation because that conversation was needed. It was getting too intense, and I hate working in intense environments. So I don't know. She quit on me. So I don't know if she told the truth about what really happened, and that probably created, if she didn't tell the truth, that's probably what created all of the bullshit, especially if she didn't tell her family the truth, because her family was like the main people who was in her ear. And I feel like a lot of people probably talked her out of working with me. I feel like she let them people play her out of her position though. Like, cause we really worked really good together. We did really good together. And like, I don't think she really was thinking for herself. Like, I think it was other people thinking for her or something, because it was no problems at all. I had no problem with her. I had problems with the other girls, but her, I actually liked her. And I think the other girl who I fired, she probably hated the fact that I liked her, and she probably tried to salt me down or whatever, and was like, oh, don't, yeah, such and such, yada yada, she gonna do the same thing she did to me, when I wasn't even thinking about that. I actually liked that young lady, and I liked working with her, and I knew honestly, we was gonna go far. Like, to be honest, because in my mind, I was like, shit, I got somebody that I like. That's rare. Like, is she cool? She quiet. She don't do all this all the time. Like, we work good together. Okay. Yeah, we worked really good together, but she ended up quitting or whatever. So, and then I had to let go the front desk girl, because I was like, you know what? I can't afford to pay this girl, because she was making like $10 an hour, and she was working on she was doing like she was operating my social media and stuff like that. So yeah, she had to go. She didn't, it wasn't no bad blood and nothing like that. I just had to release them, and I had to start over. So I was more on like, okay, I'm just gonna go back to working by myself, and I'm gonna start over. So shit, what if I'm like, what if these people probably got upset because I did that or something like that? I don't know. Listen, I gotta make certain moves. Certain moves just need to be made. Like, certain stuff gotta happen. Some people just be so used to me being chill all the time, and then when I start getting serious, then they be like, oh, I can't believe, like, yeah, I had to do that. I'm not gonna always be fun all the time. I'm gonna be serious. I'm gonna set boundaries. That's just what it is. And I feel like a lot of people get offended because I set boundaries with them. A lot of people get offended because I think for myself. A lot of people get offended because I know how to say what I need to say and get it across. Like, I just feel like a lot of people, and I feel like that's what led to this situation, the intrusion. I feel like whoever the ringleader may be, they probably got offended or something, or they probably, you just never know. Like, you just never know who it was. You just never know. But I'm sure it's somebody that I know, because whoever it is, they know something about me. Well, they think they do. They think they do. They think they know me. They don't. I don't know. But whatever I did, I'm sorry. Like, I apologize. Damn. Is it that bad? Did I really hit you that bad though? See, that's wrong. That's why that shit had, my mouth I don't give a fuck though. Like, I'm gonna say what the fuck I'm gonna say. Like, hey, I'm not about to hold my breath. You're wrong, you're wrong. Okay. You're wrong, you're wrong. Okay, you're wrong, you're wrong. Like, listen, get it together. Damn, my big chin ass. Get it together. Please. So we won't have these problems no more. Life could just be so blissful, man. It could be so blissful. It could be. I try to keep my life blissful, but people just don't want my life to be blissful. They want me to. They see me over there living in La La Land. Oh, lottie dottie, you the. She too damn happy. Let's ruin it. That's how they be, y'all. She too damn happy. Who making her smile like that? Bitch, me. I love myself. The fuck? Me. I'm making myself happy like that. I do what I tell myself I'm gonna do. That's all it is. Ain't nobody out here putting no smile on my face but myself, honey. Because I'm really doing what I told myself I was gonna do. I'm making myself happy. It's easy. Just try it. Just do what you love to do. You don't have. One thing about haters, I don't understand. It's like haters really don't hate you for real. Haters really hate themselves, and they see it's like you remind them of something that they haven't did yet. And I'm saying yet because you could do it too. You just scared. You scared of what your friends gonna think. You scared of what your family gonna think, or you're scared that people won't accept you because you operated as this one person, this one thing for so long that wasn't really you. And when you want to really be yourself, but you're afraid that these people not really going to accept you for yourself. Maybe you like comic books and you feel like your friends going to laugh at you if you like comic books. Fuck your friends. You like magazines and you like to cut out magazines and make wall posters and shit. Your friends, they going to laugh at you. Fuck them. Do it anyway. You may like to go go-karting sometimes. Like, fuck your friends. Make that shit cool. It's all about it's all about setting a trend. Like, if you make that shit cool, your friends gonna hop on board. But, hey, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just a messenger. Like, haters really don't be hating for real. Haters really love you. They just be mad at themselves because they hate the fact that they haven't did what they wanted to do, and then they see you and they're like, damn, this bitch living free. She really using her free will. Like, she using her free will. She think for herself. She do whatever she want to do. Nobody's like laughing at her, and even if people are laughing at her, she don't give a fuck. Like, she really confident in herself. Like, I want to be like that, but I can't. But maybe I can. Like, like, for real, like, you can though. You can be whoever you want to be. You don't have to settle for the life that you have. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm a bad influence because I want people to know, like, you don't have to just settle for just the bare minimum life. Like, you can do whatever you want to do. Like, life is life. Life is yours. What is that saying? The world is my oyster or some shit like that. The world is your fucking oyster. You can do whatever you want to do. Just make sure it's positive though. Don't be out here doing no malicious shit now, because that shit gonna hit you in it. That shit gonna bite you in the ass. Okay, you always want to be on the good side of karma. You never want to be on the bad side of karma. And I wanted to say, hold on, y'all. This damn chair is like uncomfortable. But you always want to be on the good side of karma. And I was gonna say, when stuff like with this situation with me, because I be having a lot of things happening in my life, but it don't be karma for me. Like, it's more of situations that's gonna build me up. Like, it's more situations that I have to learn from, But I do understand the difference between opposition and obstacle. And this situation that I'm currently experiencing and the situations that I was experiencing, that is opposition. That is not an obstacle. Okay, because an obstacle is more of a situation like, okay, like when it came to hiring and firing people, now that's an obstacle. But when it comes to somebody intentionally trying to poison me mentally, when somebody intentionally doing smear campaigns on me, trying to ruin my reputation, when somebody intentionally trying to break into my stuff to steal my things so they can plant shit on me and stuff like that, that is what you call opposition. When people intentionally trying to do shit to you, that is opposition. That's not an obstacle. That is opposition. It's the difference. Opposition and then there's obstacles. So I know the difference or whatever. But when you on the good side of karma, you know what's gonna happen for you? The good thing's gonna happen. And then the bad thing is gonna happen to them. Like, you know, when you really are somebody who have good intentions, you always going to end up on a good end of every situation, because like you just good people. Like, you know, good people always get the good end of the stick. And people be wondering like, how the fuck do this little wench always be like, how stuff always, she's so lucky. It's not that I'm lucky, it's just like I move with good intentions. Like, I'm not intentionally trying to hurt nobody. When I cut people off because they got me fucked up. Okay? That's a valid reason. Like, that's a valid reason to cut somebody off. Like, I cut people off because they be having me fucked up. Like, they be thinking they more powerful than what they are, and I be having to sit motherfuckers down and let them know who Big Mama really is. Okay? And it's not on no control shit and then like that. Is more of like, nigga, you gonna respect me, or sis, you gonna respect me just how I'm respecting you. Some people lack control at home, so they want to try to control the person that they feel like is kind and all that shit. Bitch, I'm kind because I respect you. How I really can get serious and really disrespect you worse than how you coming for me. I really had your ass up in here crying. Send you out the door. She picking on me. No, the fuck I'm not. I'm just reciprocating the energy. I reciprocate energy. You know, you get what you give with me. You want to be weird, I'm gonna be weird back. Sometimes I lead with kindness though. Like, I'll kill them with kindness, but sometimes I'll like do the same thing in return though. You know, sometimes you got to do the same thing in return. But moving forward though, I'm just, you know, I got them boys with me. Like, I'm sitting in the feds. Like, I'm not tolerating no more bullshit. Like, I'm taking this shit to court. Like, I'm tired. Like, I'm tired of like giving people the benefit of the doubt. I'm tired of like trying to love and respect people who don't want to be respected. I'm tired of trying to like just handle things gracefully, because it seems like you really gotta get physical with these motherfuckers. A lot of these people like to be punched around, and it's obvious because how they be moving with me, it shows me that these motherfuckers like being disrespected. They like to be tossed around, punched all up in their fucking face, disrespected verbally. Okay, this is how these people like to be treated. And when they come across somebody who respect them and stuff like that, they don't know how to act because they never been respected before. So they automatically start tweaking out. Like, damn, bitch, you ain't never been respected before? Y'all, what the fuck is going on with these people? I hate that for a lot of people, though. I really do. And then you can tell that they never been respected because the disrespect that they receive from others, they project that onto you. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? That shit is wild. It is wild. Y'all, I've been talking for an hour and 28 minutes. Look at that. I really just wanted to tell y'all like what's been going on, y'all, because I'm like, what? I'm shocked. I just can't believe that, you know, these people is doing this type of stuff, and I don't understand why. I don't know. Well, I know why they chose me as a target. I know why. I'm going to stop saying I don't know why, but I know exactly why. These people thought I was by myself. They thought I ain't had no people with me. They thought I was by myself. I ain't had nobody in my corner. They thought didn't nobody love me. Y'all, they thought the worst. Whole time, I'm the one that cut everybody off because I wanted to focus on my goals. Look at that. I cut off my friends and stuff because, well, technically I just took a break from everybody because I needed to focus on my goals. Like, it ain't because don't nobody love me, because people love the fuck out of me. Actually, they love me. I'm the vibe. Like, I'm the energy. I'm the life. Right? They love me. So it's never that. Can't believe they thought that shit for real. They really thought just because I was by myself that I ain't had nobody in my corner. I ain't had no people that love me for real. They really thought that shit. Wow. They went deep searching. Looking at my family, seeing how my family operate, who in my family, looking at their records and shit, looking at my records. Seeing that I had a clean record and everything. So they had to try to plan some shit. They had to try to plan some, try to create a narrative. Telling people that I'm just this big bad wolf. Whole time, I'm Goldilocks. I'm Little Red Riding Hood. Whole time, I'm the realest person you can fuck with. Whole time, I'm the best person to have on your team. To be honest, like, I'm loyal, I'm trustworthy, I'm reliable. Damn, that's crazy work. That's crazy work. That's like, you gotta be, that's some mental illness type shit. Like, you gotta be mentally ill to blame somebody for something that they didn't do. Like, that's diabolical. That's a disgrace. You gotta be the scum of the fucking earth. Like, you gotta be fucking, you gotta be crazy, like, psychotic to do some shit like that. Damn, ringleader, reveal yourself. Fuck! I just hate that people don't be really being true. Like, they don't be showing who they really is to me. They be hiding behind passive aggressive antics and shit. Like, they be doing like weird shit like that. Like, no, who are you? Tell me who you really is. Like, I hate that shit because I'm true. I'm gonna be me. I'm transparent. I'm gonna be me. Then you try to tell people about yourself. They try to what you call it, they do shit like, you could be trying to tell them and they like, like, you know, like, bitch, fuck you. I'm telling you about myself. You don't want to hear it because it ain't negative. Like, when you don't have nothing negative going on in your life, people try to make negative shit going to happen in your life. Like, you know, and that's what I'm noticing. Like, I really be having a lot of great things happening in my life. Like, my podcast is growing. I'm so proud of that. Like, my salon, my business is thriving. Like, I'm so proud of all of the stuff that I've been doing. It's just crazy how people is real life trying to ruin that for me. They really trying to ruin it for me, but it's not going to happen because, like, I don't do nothing wrong. Like, I really stand 10 toes behind what I do. So trying to affect my passions and stuff like that, that's the wrong thing to do, especially with a chosen one. Like, you really gonna get your ass handed to you when it comes to like stuff like that. And it don't even have to be what you call it. It don't have to be physically. It can be spiritually. Like, you know, like, what goes around comes around. Like, even if you get somebody else to do your dirty work, that shit gonna come back to you because you are the one who had the intentions. Like, I keep telling people this, but people don't want to listen. They think that shit a joke. Like, they think this shit a game. Like, life is way more spiritual than what you think. I keep saying this shit, but I don't think people is really getting it. Baby, life is spiritual. Like, the shit that y'all see people doing, that shit is illusions. No, the going to work, how we live our life, that's an illusion. That's what we do just to get by in life. We are basically spiritual beings having a human experience. It's crazy. Life is so spiritual, man. It is. It is. It is, y'all. It is. And y'all really need to understand that shit. And don't let nobody try to be logical and tell you that it's not, because it is. They even know that. Well, some of them don't be knowing. Some of them really be bird brains for real. Some people only think surface level. Like, that's why I don't like talking to people who have a surface level mentality. Like a one dimensional mentality, I can't fuck with nobody like that. That should have pissed me off. It makes me bored. Like I get bored easily. Like, no, you don't think. You're not thinking. You're not thinking deep enough. Like, oh, it's sure the sun is surely. I can't even say this shit. That's how you know I'm not good at this shit. Like, I'm not good at it. Like, no, the fuck, can't even get it out right. That's how you know I suck at surface level conversations. Let's talk about your favorite color and why. Let's talk about your favorite number and how that became your favorite number. Let's talk about what happened to you when you were a kid and how it affects you as an adult. Let's talk about shit like that. Let's have a therapeutic conversation here. Let's do that. But when you start talking like that, you weird. Oh, this person's weird. They want to talk about. Yeah, you just gonna forever be service level. You're never gonna have genuine connections. You're always gonna be miserable. Those are the type of people who settle for those relationships with just anybody. And no, I'm straight on it. I know my divine counterpart is on the way. My divine masculine, Big Papa, he on the way. Yeah. I think I'm done though. I really just wanted to touch bases with y'all, let y'all know like what's been happening. Like, cause man, it's been crazy. These past couple of days has been a shockwave. But it's gonna be a great week this week. It's a new week. Today my window get fixed, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, man. Ringleader, reveal yourself. I think that's what I'm gonna title this episode. Ringleader, reveal yourself. Cause I want to know who the fuck behind all this shit. Boy, when I find out, it's gonna be juicy as hell. When I find out, it's gonna get juicy. It's gonna be real juicy. It's gonna be juicy, like for real, to find out. Cause what the fuck? And what if it's somebody I don't even know? Like, what? I'm pretty sure it's somebody that know me though. It's somebody that knows me. Well, who think they know me. Well, who knows me but think they know of me, but they really don't know me. Because a lot of people really don't know me. A lot of people don't really ask me conversations. Some people talk to me, they be trying to fake on my intellect and stuff like that. They don't want to hear me talk because I don't know, but I still be talking. Like, I still talk shit. But that's only people who are intimidated by me. People who respect me, people who respect the program, they get it. They understand. It's only the people who just have this problem with women being in authoritative positions, or these people who have a problem with women just being in leadership roles, like, you know, especially black women, you know. And these could be black men that feel like that. Like, some of these men be prejudiced against their own kind. You know, that's why they choose like white women and stuff like that. Like, you know, they like lighter skin. They hate dark skinned women. So it could be somebody who hate dark skinned women. Damn, that'd be crazy. You know, never mind. But anyways, y'all, make sure you guys follow me on social media. Follow me on TikTok. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and my Instagram at Shut the Fuck Up and Move in Silence. That's $K up and Move in Silence. You can add me on Twitter too if you guys be on Twitter. I'm just trying to get the hang of everything when it comes to social media. And I want to say this, guys. Just because you don't have a degree in nursing, or you don't have a degree in criminal justice, or you don't have a degree in anything in the medical field, and you decided to get a trade and you decided to turn up with your trade, you know, and change your life and make a living out of your trade. Don't let these simple living ass people try to tell you that you can't make a living out of just doing hair or doing nails or cutting hair or social media or whatever, because just because they don't have no get up and go in them, they want to try to make you feel like you a piece of shit, or they want to make you feel like you ain't gonna make nothing happen, or they want to make it feel like since you ain't got the Benz and the Range Rovers and the houses yet, you ain't doing shit, not knowing that you loading up, not knowing that you loading up. Just wait. And then when they see that you loading up for real, they trying to throw more blockages and monkey wrenches in your plans, because they see you really getting money for real. They see that you got that hunger in you. They see that you a dog for real. They see that you a goat, and they trying to get in your way. Don't let it happen.
Okay, I found this on the web for choose a dog for real. Hey Siri, choose a goat in a China.
I did not say that, Siri. My Siri on my MacBook dripping, y'all. But yeah, don't let these weird ass people try to tell you anything different. Go after your dreams, y'all. I promise you. Go if you want to do it, go after it. Don't listen to nothing nobody's saying, because they don't know what the fuck they talking about. If they sitting there trying to figure out how to get it, motherfuckers out here trying to figure out how to get a job when they can use their hands to make money too. Motherfuckers be lazy. They don't want to invest in themselves, and they want you to think and be just like them. No, bitch, I'm not lazy like you. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna do if that shit make me happy. If I love it, I'm gonna do it. There's so many people out here that'll try to make you feel like just because you do hair, I do hair, but I'm successful at it. I ain't no bomb doing hair. I'm next level with the shit. Actually, ain't nobody doing it how I'm doing it in my hometown. They may got the people behind them, but I'm still standing out. I'm the standout. You just the stand in. Fuck you mean? The fuck? Motherfuckers try to make you feel like, oh, you fuck them people, y'all. And I'm saying that for myself too. Fuck these people. For real. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. For real. I love y'all. I appreciate you guys. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my Spotify, y'all. Run that shit up, y'all. I'm getting close to my goal. So I can start getting monetized. Yeah, so we can really start getting that change. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. I love y'all, and I will see you guys in the next episode. All right, guys. Whew. Dang, it don't want to end, y'all. How do I end it? Y'all, I'm trying to end it. Hold on, y'all. What the fuck? How do I end it? Why won't it end anyway? This ain't fair. End session. Damn.